Good morning. Welcome to What's Up Monday. It's October 2nd and we are heading into the fall, but you wouldn't know it with our 80-degree weather the next couple days, but we will take it. All right, let's get started. Number one, our life skill, honesty. So honesty is the first step to an abundant life. Teaching the kids to be honest with their effort and how hard are they really trying. What we've noticed though is the kids have a hard time knowing what their best is because we don't give them enough contrast. So an example would be last week in class, I had the kids throw their absolute worst possible roundhouse kick and then their best. And then they compare the two. By teaching them the ability to contrast things, they're going to be able to set the bar higher and understand what the best really means. Another example was a couple weeks ago, we talked about the leader or loser concept. Now, loser is really a term that we don't like to use, but in this instance, it's exactly the word we want to use. Whenever your child is doing something, you simply ask them, are you acting like a leader right now or are you acting like a loser? Nobody wants to admit that they're being a loser, and that's why we want to do it. If your child is behaving or doing something in a negative way that you don't want them to continue, you ask them which one they're doing and you make them decide whether they want to continue that habit or if they want to make a better choice. This eliminates the arguing, fighting, and frustrating conversations of trying to get your child to do things, and it helps them internalize and make better choices. So an example might be, a child is whining and complaining and they're, say, 10 years old. Are you being a leader right now or are you acting like a loser? Because only losers whine. And so when you put it in that frame, you give the child the opportunity to make the choice. Do I want to change my behavior and be a leader, or am I ready and I'm okay being a loser? Now, be prepared. There's going to be an occasion where they say, well, I'm a loser because they want to get a rise out of you. Don't take the bait, right? You just ignore it and you're like, okay, well, that's too bad. And you move on. Now, if they do say loser over and over again, come see me and I'll show you exactly how we can make sure that that habit ends immediately. We want the kids to develop the leader mindset, the yes, I can attitude. Number two, leadership. Leadership training members, new bonus item this week is 25 magic tricks to make your child feel like a star. So now in the bonus section, you've got that article plus 12 others that you can be using to see and help your child develop into a great leader. So make sure you look into that. Lots of great articles and things. Find the ones that really fit and add them into your daily routine. Plus, the nunchaku form has been added into the weapons division or the weapons section in school. So I'm talking about the bonus section in school and the leadership weapons in school. The video for nunchaku is there now, so you can watch that. The kids will be performing at the belt testing or belt ceremony. Haven't decided, probably belt testing their weapons form. So make sure they're practicing that. Next, our Blue Stripe Challenge for all students this week. This is a good one. Doing your chores or your homework all week without being asked. So parents, if your child doesn't do a lot of chores because of their age, make sure it's the homework. If they don't have a lot of homework, then make sure it's the chores. Pick one or two and make sure that you start focusing on having them do that without being asked. Let's see if we can get rid of any of that whining and complaining at home when it comes to doing those things. Belt testing. Belt testing is 4 weeks away. So you want to make sure that you're getting your stripes on time and getting your classes in. So making sure that you're checking those things, and we will be helping you guide you through that as we get closer. The PMA Troy app, our next item. PMA Troy app is being phased out, so please do not use that for communication any longer. Christy and I have removed it from our phones, so the only way that we see it is if we happen to log in. So if you send a message, we're not going to know about it until we happen to log into PMA Troy. That could be a couple of days or even a week before we see your message. Please send messages through school or text message, Facebook message, or face-to-face obviously works as well. But any other form of communication is still working and still attached to our phones other than PMA Troy. We also talked about phasing out the billing. If you would like to save the 3% charge that the app charges, you can switch over your billing for your tuition to a EFT, which is a checking or savings account. And if you give us either a voided check or you fill out the authorization form, we can get that switched over for you right away. And that way there's no 3% charge on anything you purchase or your monthly tuition payment. That could end up saving you over $100 a year for just changing the way you do the transaction. So if you're interested, please let me know and I can get you the information for that. Special month. October is an awesome month. We have our Power Weekend. This is our first ever Power Weekend for Prestige. Power Weekend is not July. Power Weekend is October 21st, and it is a threefold event. 9 a.m. is going to be the 5K run. So it can be a run, a jog, a walk, hey, a crawl for all we care. We are going to be raising money for Forgotten Harvest for the upcoming holidays so that they can help feed local families. So we'll be talking about that more in detail as we get closer, but that is open to all students and guests. So please invite your friends. That happens at 9 a.m. Then our championship is at noon. Our championship is our fall tournament where the kids get to compete, earn medals and trophies and fun things like that, and get to really feel good while competing against their fellow classmates. It's a really great activity. The summer one went fantastic, so we're looking for even better results in this one. And then finally at 6 p.m. is our trunk or treat. So think about how you're going to decorate your trunk, and we are going to have a contest on the best trunk and have some really cool prizes. The kids are going to be able to get candy. It's going to be a really fun event. That is all on October 21st, so it's going to be a really packed and exciting day. Then finally, for our October, as a bonus, we're doing Acts of Kindness Month. So I will be sending out an Acts of Kindness sheet, and I'll also put it in school, so the community, so you guys can download it from there or from the email. And the goal is to complete the sheet with random acts of kindness before belt testing. There's about 58 or 60 acts of kindness. Now, the second challenge would be, if you're really on top of it, see if you can complete 2 sheets, right? So if they complete a sheet, don't think they're done. Keep going with it. If they're struggling to get one done, that's fine. No matter how many acts of kindness your child does, it's better than not doing any at all. So we want to reward them for doing great effort on that. So I'll be sending that out later today, and that's going to be an exciting bonus item for everybody. That's everything that's going on. That's a ton of new fun things as we head into fall. Like I mentioned, October is going to be packed. It's going to sail right by like the other months. And before you know it, we're going to be talking about year-end stuff for 2024. So have a great day. We'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you in class.